Hello, everyone. I am Christy from Adventures at ISTEM and Beyond. I am a middle school science teacher with over 20 years experience in the classroom. I love using technology to engage my students and help them take control of their learning. I've been flipping my classroom for almost 10 years now, and I want to share my knowledge with you. So today, I will be discussing some common questions and concerns around the flipped classroom model. Make sure you stay till the end, though, for a special bonus I have for you so that you can get started flipping your own class. Okay, let's get started here. So do I need to make a video every day? Will I need any special equipment? How long should the videos be? And the concern I hear a lot of, I don't have time to spend doing one more thing. And finally, the most common question I get asked for the flipped classroom is, what if my students don't watch the video? I know. I got you. Stay to the end, covering that one. All right, let's get started with this one. So do I need to make a video for every single day? The answer is no, but it depends. You see, the flipped classroom model, the videos are designed to provide students the basic concepts. We're talking basic vocabulary, how to solve problems, how to do mark in the text, maybe how to, what a certain word is. So it's just the basic information. Think of the lecture that you would give, or maybe if you're doing a science experiment, maybe you would be giving directions before a lab, right? The basic directions. So those are the things that you might want to turn into a flipped lesson and create a video for. So no, you're not going to create a video every single day. I don't think that you would be lecturing every single day unless you are. If you are the type where you lecture every single day, then yes, for that occasion, you might want to create a video every single day. But I would caution you on that because we do want to give students time to apply, practice, go into those deeper level thinking, really get into there goes my light. Classroom teacher, right? Here I am even moving. So you can see I'm in my classroom, here I am. All right, so we want to, give students time to actually delve into that material. If we're constantly giving them new material every single day, when are they going to have time to actually go deeper into it? So no, you should be just giving them videos at the beginning. For example, for my units, I might give 2 or 3 videos for that whole entire unit. I might do 1 or 2 direction videos for a lab, but I'm not flipping every single day. I'm giving time for them to explore and engage with that information. So here's the next question I get a lot of. Will I need special equipment? Is it going to cost me a lot of money to flip my class? And the answer is no. You actually don't need any special equipment. What you do need is a video recorder, some type of screen recorder. There are free ones out there, so you don't even have to cost money. And you might have a computer that already has it set up. You do need something for video editing. And again, there's already software out there for you. There's free software. If you have a Mac, Macs have video recorders on there with QuickTime, and they have iMovie, and all that's included with the Mac. So it's all there ready to go. Plus, you will need something to host it. Now, that could be a YouTube channel, which is free, or you could host it on Edpuzzle. Now, with Edpuzzle, the basic program is free. But if you're going to be doing a lot of flipped videos, you might want to, in that case, upgrade to the pro version for Edpuzzle, or see if your district or your school will get you a license for it. That could be something that you could go to your principal for, right? So those are what you need. So no, you don't need any fancy equipment. When I first started flipping my class, I had my computer. That's it. I didn't have a microphone. I used my computer's microphone, right? That's all I had. And I had my Keynote. I happen to be a Mac fan, so I use Keynote, not PowerPoint. But I had that information. Keynote allowed me to record my slideshows, and I would just record it. I didn't even really edit back then. I was just like, oh, we're going to do it. If I hiccup, I hiccup. If I cough, I cough. I mean, think about it. When you're teaching and you're lecturing, right, in class, you might cough. The kids are not going to be like, oh, hold on. Let me edit that for you. Yeah, okay, that volume, it's gone. Okay, that piece is gone. We won't. No. So it's you being more authentic. So if they happen to hear your dog in the background, which my students have heard, they've heard my dog walking across, you know what I get from them is, oh, you have a dog. What type of dog do you have? And then we have that great relationship conversation going, right? Where I can tell them about my dog and my animals, and they can tell me about theirs. And we build that relationship outside the academics part. So go ahead and keep that small stuff in. If they happen to hear your children playing, that's fine too. Now, if your children are really going crazy, right, where World War III is going on, then yeah, you might want to edit that part and actually maybe just start over. But you really don't need any fancy equipment. Now, through the years, I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. So have I upgraded to a microphone? Yes. I have upgraded actually a few times. I tried the cantilever ones that you hook on, right, with the wires. I tried the wires I didn't like, tried the ones with the wires, and they were fine, but I felt like I was being attached, so I couldn't really move much. So I now upgraded to the Blue Yeti, which I love. But again, I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. I didn't upgrade until almost 2 years ago. So you don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need to have the fancy cameras or camcorders. No, just use your computers. If you're given a school computer, you can do that. You just need like a screen recorder program. So Screencast-O-Matic, Screencastify, Camtasia, QuickTime on MacBooks, or PowerPoint and Keynote allow you to record your slideshow right there within their program. So you can use that. So there's that answer. How long should the videos be? I have seen people flip their classrooms and they're making like 15, 20-minute videos. Wow. I just want to let you know, keep in mind, it takes a student twice as long to watch a video as the time is. So if we make a 10-minute video, it's going to take the student at least 20 minutes to watch it. So a 20-minute video, we're talking at least 40 minutes to watch that video. That's a long time to be engaged in the content. So if you really want the students to engage with the content and actually understand what they're learning, what they're getting, then here is the recommended time frame. For elementary school age, 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes is like pushing it for elementary school age. For middle school, 3 to 7. 7 minutes, again, is pushing it. And then for high school, you could get away with 3 to 9. 9-year push. Anytime over that time frame, anytime over that 7 minutes and 9 minutes, those 5 minutes for the little ones, they have lost. They have lost their engagement in it. They've kind of checked out. Even if you have checked for understandings for out, they're still, it's just overwhelmed, right? And they're like, oh, I can't do it. Because all that concentration is just too much for them at that time. So there's been lots of studies. You can do the research. You can pull up the study, you know, how long should videos be? And there's lots of research that says, do not go beyond the 9 minutes. Like you will really lose out on their engagement and their ability to comprehend what it is they're doing. So again, shorter is better. My videos usually range between 3 to 5 minutes. I might have one that's 7 minutes long. So if you're going to have longer videos, chunk them, break them up. Just like you would chunk stuff in your classroom, right? You would break it up, that lecture, you would want to break it up with different things they're doing. Same idea. And breaking it up doesn't mean, oh, I throw in a check for understanding then. No. Like fully break up that video into maybe 2 parts, 2 videos, maybe 3 videos. So try and break it down. All right, so here's the biggest one, right? I don't have time. Like, I'm already having to do all this extra stuff. We're supposed to do SEL with our students. We're supposed to put in grades. I have to send emails. I have to, plan my unit. I have to do all these things. Oops, it's gonna go again. You would think it'd stay longer, but no. So you have all these things you gotta do. There's just no way that you can put on just one more thing. Like, you want your life, you have your family to take care of, you want to have a life outside of school, right? Well, here's the thing. You need to spend time to gain time. The time you put up front in the flipped classroom model, creating the videos, putting together your units, what you want the students to do inside the classroom, putting all that information together, the time you're going to do putting that together, you're actually going to gain back plus more on the other end. Because instead of having to, give a lecture, have them then, do a little bit of practicing at home and then go home, practice, and then come back, and now you've got to grade all these things, you no longer have to do that. You're actually going to spend less time grading. Oh, hallelujah, right? Less time grading, because instead of having to look at individual, practice worksheets, whatever you're having them do, they're in the classroom with you. That's right. You can actually just walk around and do some formative checks. You can physically see them solving your math problems and knowing right then and there if they have it correct or not. You can actually see them writing, and right there, you can see, do they have what they're supposed to have in their writing, their story, their paragraph, whatever it is. So you can see them actually doing it. For science, when I walk around, I can see, do they understand that concept? Are they able to do that activity, do that lab, and apply what they learned in the flipped lesson, and now do an activity, get some evidence, and figure out that, why, with their claim evidence reasoning, why they're seeing that, why they're doing that, what's going on. Like, I can see that. I no longer have to check all these things. I don't have to do all that grading. I do less grading, a lot less grading. And we all know how long it takes to grade, right? Especially if you have like 180 students, 200 students, or you have 30 students, but you've got 4 different subjects you're grading from. You're talking about a lot less grading because they're in the classroom with you. You can also have that one-on-one conversation, so you can give them immediate feedback. It's not them getting delayed feedback for a few days while you're taking time to grade. No, it's done for you. And if you use a program like Kahoot, Quiz, or maybe your LMS has like you can make a quiz and you're that in that program, you can then do those quick formative assessments. You're not grading them. No, it's just for you to understand where they're at, where the misconceptions are happening. It's for the students to understand where they're at. So everyone is involved in the learning, and the students actually take more control of their learning. I will say that you should plan for about 1 hour to prep, create, and edit a 5-minute video. So when I create my Powtoon videos, the first time I create it, now, of course, it's going to go faster. The first time you do something, it's going to take probably longer than that because you're still trying to figure out the tools, how to work it and everything. The first time I created a Powtoon video with the animations, it took me almost 2 hours because I got lost in the land of, ooh, look at all my choices. Oh, look at all the people I can choose from. Ooh, the animations. Do I want them explaining? Do I want them saying hi? Do I want them typing? So I kind of got lost in all that. Now it takes me much faster. Now it's a lot faster, right? You can also just take your PowerPoints that you already have, your lecture PowerPoints, and I would say, make a copy of them. So you have your originals, make a copy, and then go through and say, okay, what can I get rid of? What's the extra fluff that I would have said just speak about, but they don't need necessarily have to do it. If you have like 5 examples, maybe limit that to 2 examples only. So you're doing that, and then editing the first time you edit, and you trim your stuff. It does take a little longer because, again, you're going to use the tools. But after a while, you're going to get faster at this, and it's going to take you less time. You're going to get like a rhythm going. You're going to get a way of, okay, I'm going to take this, I'm going to do this. I will give you a heads up when I am recording. If I'm recording and doing something where I'm recording my voiceover type deal, if I do make a mistake in what I'm saying, what I do is I snap loudly or clap my hands, boom, boom. Then what that tells me is I will see that spike in my editing software, right? And when I see that spike, I go, oh, okay, right there is where I need to cut and fix that part. That's the part I need to cut out, and now I start from here. So it does help me that way. Keep in mind though, once the video is created, you can use it every year. So yeah, the first year, second year, you flip your classroom, you're going to be putting up in a lot more time. You're going to be putting time into creating the videos. You're going to put time into putting together the in-class unit, because now because you're giving the information at home, the concepts at home, right? The lecturing is done at home. You've got a lot more time now. Those favorite activities you wanted to do, you can now do it in your class. So it's going to take time for you to, put them together, put together directions, expectations, modeling and stuff. But once you do it, you can use it over and over again every year. So am I still creating videos? Absolutely. In fact, I just got brand new standards 2 years ago. So now I'm back to, okay, these videos I no longer use. Oh, I've got brand new, content, brand new topics I have never taught before. Making new videos for that one, right? And those ones are changed up as I teach. I realize what's really important, what's not, right? So you'll modify that slightly. But by the second, third year of your flipped classroom, you're going to be like, woo, like you got this. The teachers are going to want to know, how is she leaving school, half an hour after class ends, and she's going home and she's got nothing. She's not taking anything with her. What? She's got no bag. She's not taking anything with her. What is she doing? What is he doing that's allowing that to happen? And that teacher's not coming in early? What? They're going to want to know your secret. And it's all about the flipped classroom model. All right. We finally came to it, right? What if my students don't watch the video? What if they don't do the homework, right? Oh my goodness. Craziness. Okay, so what if they don't watch the homework? That's the biggest fear, isn't it? I'll let you in on a little secret. Right now, you have students who don't do their homework. You're going to have students in your flipped classroom model who don't do the homework. It's going to happen. It has always happened. There's always been those students who don't do the homework. So this is what needs to happen. You need to plan for that to happen. You need to just accept and acknowledge and expect maybe one student to not do their homework for whatever reason, right? So what are you going to do? We got some different options. I'll give you some different options that you can do, but just know it's going to happen. So the first thing you might want to do is get some communication, discover why, right? Why did this happen? Now, this is a great time to build relationships because maybe something major happened at their home that they were so distraught and traumatized from that they just really couldn't do work. All right. So they don't need a teacher who's getting on them for not doing a homework assignment. They need a teacher who's going to have that empathy and that conversation with them to get to know them why and be understanding, right? Perhaps their Wi-Fi was not working, their technology wasn't working, and they don't have a smartphone, or their parents were working, and so the parent had to use the laptop the whole time they were home, and there was just no way, right? So maybe there was a technology problem. Now, the great thing, one of the great benefits of COVID is that a lot of students who were having trouble with obtaining technology at home now have it. They have Chromebooks, they have hotspots. Hopefully next year, I'll be talking to my school. Hopefully next year, though, they can still check out Chromebooks and check out hotspots so that they continue to do that, to get that technology at home that they need, right? So maybe it's a technology problem. Maybe it's just one where the student is extremely disorganized and really has trouble, because of one thing or another, has trouble going home and figuring out, getting out their planner, looking at what needs to be done. They get one assignment done and they forget about the rest, right? So maybe they need to work on that. And that's when you can bring in their parents and having the conversations and working together. If it's a technology issue, hopefully you can offer them somewhere at school they can do it. My students, before the COVID hit, I would say it was about 25% did not have any technology access at home. They didn't have smartphones. They didn't have internet, right? So they had computers, but the computers were not hooked up to internet. They just had them for just typing, and then they would bring it in to show their work. So here's what we offered. We offered the library in the mornings for the students to come in early, half an hour before school started. Library would be open and they can work on their Chromebooks then. We have a computer lab open after school for an hour. And during lunch time, the computer lab and the library would be open so they can go there. So make sure there's access to technology for them. If that's their issue, give them that access. Figure it out, right? You might also want to consider more time to do a lesson. Like I offer my students 2 to 3 days. They know ahead of time and they have 2 or 3 days to do the lesson. Now, what does that do for me? Well, I tell them to do it the first day. Do it the first day because I want them to get in the habit of not waiting until the last minute. And so if I give them 3 days to do a flipped lesson, after the first day, I'm checking to see who did it. After the second day, I'm checking to see who did it. If the person hasn't done it by the second day, right, I'm now having a conversation with them. So that way I can catch them ahead of time, figure out what the issue is, and let's get them caught up to do the video before it's due the next day, right? You also might want to look into maybe a PBL or a flipped mastery style class. And this is where the students are fully taking control of their learning, which means that after they do a video, they come into class, it's not the teacher directing the whole entire class together on the information from the video. Instead, the students are directing what they're going to do next, what project they're going to work on, what assignment they're going to do next, but they know they can't do that until the video is done first. So they have to watch that video first. So that means that if they didn't do the video at home, they come into class and they do the video first before they can even move on to the next part. Now that does help a lot with those students that for one reason or another are struggling and they just need you to be with them. There are some students who just they don't want to do anything at home because they're so afraid of doing something wrong or not understanding. Even if it's just learning the information, they want to do that with you. So and it's just being in the same classroom. So that helps those type of students, right? And then you can also bring the conversation of knowing that there's no way they're going to get to mastery if they're not going to be doing some things at home. So then you can have the conversation, okay, what are you going to do at home? Are you going to be doing the harder stuff at home? Or are you going to be doing the easier stuff at home? Let them take control of their learning. With this question though, I do want to say one thing, and it's super important that you do this. I don't care if every single student but one did not watch that video. Do not give a lecture on that topic from that video in class the next day. You celebrate that one student. You give that student something special to work on, something fun maybe to work on, where the others are like, ooh, I should have done it. And those others, you get them their computers, you get them the headphones, and they have to watch it in class first, and they cannot participate until that video is watched. Super important that you do not give a lecture on the topic. Make it an expectation. Make it a known thing that the students know. When they come in, they know that if they have not watched the video, they get the computer, they get the headphones, and they sit there and watch the video, and that's the first thing they do. So make that as part of your expectations, and let the students know that all that basic concepts, it's coming from the video, and that you will not be teaching it. You might reinforce it, you might clarify, you might practice using it, but you are not going back and teaching it. Okay, so that's super important. All right, one more time. Whew. So my bonus, we've covered, do I need to make a video every day? We covered, will I need special equipment? We covered how long should the videos be, and talked about, I don't have time to spend doing one more thing. And of course, what if my students don't watch the video, right? If you have any other questions, I would love to answer them. Go ahead and put them in the comments, and I would love to answer those questions for you, because I want to help you on this journey. And to help you on this journey, I have created a flipped classroom guide. Now, this is everything that I've been learning in these almost 10 years of flipping my classroom, how to, create the videos, what type of videos you can create, also different formats. It doesn't necessarily have to be a video for a flipped classroom. That's right. You heard me right. Check out the guide to find out what are some other ways you can flip your class. And then I give you some step-by-step guidance with some help so that you can get started flipping your classroom. So whether you're going to look at it this year and just maybe plan for next year, or you want to try something out towards the end of the year, right? Right now is a great time to try something new. Especially if you're not doing state testing, like thank goodness. In California, they got rid of the state testing, and my district, is doing something else. But, this is a great time to do something new, right? So go ahead and grab your guide. It'll be there'll be a link in the comments there in this section, and then go ahead and start looking into the flipped classroom. Also, I've got lots of other videos on the flipped classroom to help you out. Check them out on my YouTube channel. The YouTube at adventuresinISTEM.com. And I would love to hear from you. Let me know how I can help you on your journey. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for watching another Adventures in ISTEM and Beyond video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more Adventures in ISTEM and Beyond videos. For more ideas on how to incorporate science, technology, and skills for life into your classroom, go to adventuresinistem.com.